To play the food, water, shelter game, you're first going to want to set up a string to separate your space into two separate spaces. One of the sides of the string will be for the sagebrush lizards, and the other side will be for the habitat. You're also going to want to have your food, water, shelter cards available, and probably have a space set up for those cards so that students can quickly switch out which cards they have. Your teacher will assign you as either a sagebrush lizard or a habitat. The sagebrush lizards should stand in a line on one side, and the habitat should stand in a line on the other side, and the two lines should face each other. You'll also want to write down how many lizards you start with and how many habitats you start with. So in this case, in this example, there are 4 lizards and there are 10 habitats. Each student will randomly draw one card from the food, water, shelter deck. You can look at this card, but don't show it to the other people around you. When your teacher says go, you'll turn your card around so that it is facing the opposite side of the string. For lizards, the card indicates what you need from the habitat side in order to survive. So the lizards are going to run across the line to the habitat side and try to match up with one of the habitat students. If they are able to match up, that means the lizards survived that round. So in this case, all 4 lizards survived the round. If a lizard survives the round, that means that they have used up the habitat for that person, and it means that they have reproduced. So they're going to take that habitat person over to the lizard side, and that person now becomes a lizard. At the end of the round, you'll count again how many lizards and habitats you have and write it down. So now you can see that there are 8 lizards and 6 habitats. To get ready for the next round, students should discard the card that they currently have, and they should line up facing the opposite side. And then you'll repeat the process again. So every student will randomly draw one card from the deck. When your teacher says go, you'll turn your card to face the opposite side, and then the lizards will run across the line to try to get the habitat that they need. In this round, 3 lizards were not able to get the habitat that they need. This means that that lizard dies, and that lizard will now become habitat. So the students who are not able to get the habitat that they need are going to now become habitat cards. The lizards that were able to get the habitat that they need reproduce, so they take their habitat card and that student back to the lizard side, and they become lizards. At the end of the round, you count again how many lizards you have and how many habitats you have, and then you'll repeat the process all over again. I hope you enjoy food, water, shelter. Have fun!